Did you know the judge in Lil Durk's case is crying out for Lil Durk to be dealt with, giving the prosecution all the time they need to build up as much evidence against him as possible, as it would be announced over 230 gigs of digital evidence, which includes audio and video recordings and surveillance footage, as well as 20,000 pages of reports, are currently being processed for discovery, as prosecutors are even using online streamers to help them connect evidence to crimes committed in Chicago. As even DJ Academics revealed, Lil Durk snitched on himself by laying out a roadmap of crimes with his album names 2020 v 2021, His Brother Dies 2022, The Who His Brother, They Get Clapped, The Who Van, At Least a Relative. Others Get Applauded 2023, he releases an album, I'm Nearly Healed, You Ever Thought About That, Chad? It's Like Poetic 2020 His Brother 2022, Get Back for both those scenarios 2023, I'm Almost Sealed, Crazy. That information alone had the judge rejecting Lil Durk's recent bond request when it was shared. His lawyers proposed a $3 million bond backed by equity in his homes and cash from Sony Music. However, the judge did grant Durk's lawyers a chance to give 3 reasons why the rapper should be released from jail, and if they fail, it'll be the end of Lil Durk. You tell me if you would release him. After hearing the reasons, which begins with Durk's lawyers giving him an alibi from the lyrics, the prosecutors claimed that he self-snitched, and Durk's lawyer announced in court in a move out of the YSL trial playbook. Lil Durk's producer says in a declaration in the M for Hire case that the Wonderful Wayne and Jackie Boy song with Babyface Ray, which prosecutors say bragged about the passing, was actually recorded 7 months before the incident, where the court docu had an attachment showing the original project file being made and recorded before the crime even went down, with the lyrics in question being "Look on the news" and "See your son screaming no no," as Quando Rondo was at the scene of the crime screaming "No, this man." A passenger in that car frantic at the sight. The prosecutors had a response to this inside a court, announcing they also made other connections to lyrics, where Durk Waps told me they got an Addy, go got the location, as they would tie it to an announcement of Brick Baby. Says he would have dropped Quando Rondo's location if Lil Durk had asked him, because he's loyal to him.
2021, His Brother Dies. 2022, the niggas who
with those 2 pieces of evidence possibly being the biggest coincidences of all time. However, Durk's lawyers were ready for this, calling out the feds for not protecting their client inside a jail. Durk's lawyers would then lay out the second reason for his release, which would read: sources alleged Lil Durk's fast prison transfer was caused by issues within his cell block. Being a high-profile rapper likely caused him to be targeted for money and commissary sharing, with the judge that Lil Durk isn't being treated and protected by the law like he should be inside a jail. They believe that Quando Rondo is sending hits towards Durk as revenge, as they would end up tying it to 2 interviews by Quando Rondo and L. Tim. Both had different interviews, but said the exact same message, and had them released on the same day. Many looking at it like a weird coincidence, but others believing that it was a way for the feds to not target Quando and Tim for getting revenge against Durk, as in Tim's interview he said the act towards King Vav should have been avoided, while mentioning Durk just threw his life away trying to get revenge for a beef that they were okay with ending. No like, __. I was simply defending my little brother when you did ultimately find out that it was King Von who. How'd you feel? I was thinking, dang, if BR did that foolish, __. Last night his still would have been alive, that's how it was. But I was like, SH ain't no the type person I am. Like, I'm a humble person, I ain't no. Disrespect to like his mama saying like that, cause I could easily get on that type of stuff and be clout chasing type. Like, I ain't on that type, I'm a humma person. But it's like they ain't never popped that off that when it never happened like that, which then tied into Quando Rondo's interview of stating the same thing, that he wishes he was treated a better manner. Durk has a family with many responsibilities, but just threw it all away. Whoever on my side, they got kids and a mama that 100% love them, and at the end of the day, bro, all this bull that we talking about is stupid. That could have been handled a totally different way. It could have been handled to the point where a song and 3-4 million could have came out, or whatever. Like, it could have got handled in a legit way and in a music way. This would end up going viral on social media, making many believe Durk should be living like this, but others believing Durk should be protected by the law, as Charleston White even said. People like WW Melly, Lil Durk, and others that committed a crime of taking someone's life shouldn't be having good lives in jail. They committed one of the most serious crimes of all time. Even the YMW Melly, I'm so happy he and Jail get mistreated, yeah, I'm so happy he in jail getting mistreated, homie, oh homie, when you take a life, homie, you ain't got a right to complain about a mothering thing about being mistreated when you done tr to play somebody. The prosecutors then would have their turn inside of court, not holding back at all, as it would be announced the feds Lil Durk paid to get these two people dealt with. Number 1, Stephen Matt, who got Lil Durk's brother D thing. Number 2, OTF Jam's baby mom, who passed away after Lil Durk found out that Jam wore a wire around him. Feds believe OTF Jam is the key to putting Durk in jail for all 3 crimes, as it was this Instagram live where Lil Durk noticed that OTF Jam was wearing a wire where Jam was seen holding the top of his jacket, whispering in it, seeing if everything was connected. Lee, like back in the day, I'm lie man, hey, when I was too hap to dare alling on got Metro. Alongside that evidence, the prosecutors also investigated other passings that connected to Durk. It was shared Lil Durk is linked to a newly unsealed file on a Chicago passing where he is alleged to have been behind the passing of Stephen Mack. It is believed that Mack was targeted as revenge for the passing of Durk's brother D thing on January 27, 2022. As in the court documents, they would share these 2 pieces of evidence, the first one being an Instagram story where Durk writes for D thing that was posted only 30 minutes after Stephen Mack passed away. Then the following day later there was an Instagram live story where Durk was seen laughing.
Then it's people like, you lined up somebody from your hood. Like, listen, I didn't. But at the end of the day, what's wrong with...
But the prosecutors, they were not done here. They would also share a video clip of Brick Baby speaking publicly, saying that you can't say Durk never slid for King Vav, because they got Lil Pap literally snitching on Durk in front of millions, as once Lil Durk was just arrested. Brick Baby just so happened to be live streaming. He would then be forced to react to his old interview where it looked like he snitched on Durk, drawing federal attention to his name. But was this an attempted hit, or say that no more than I put you as that liked you can't say that no more, oh, cause of FG Cash talking about who fetal charges in California cause little P, so this is about the oh what's the but. I'm just saying they just say you can't say that no more, with the feds then knowing to look into Lil Durk. Some of the first evidence they ever found was this footage of King Von jewelry shopping with 2 of the suspects in OTF, being DD and Boogie, who were involved in the passing of Little Path's solitary walkover. There, what up bro, boss, you good, my boys good. They got real in here, dude, since he just walked in the Money Man ST, and making it extremely likely they also wanted revenge for Vav, as they would hang out with him every day. This even caused rumors to circulate that OTF members will start snitching against each other and Durk just so then they can be free one day. This then even led into OTF Zoo trying to calm everyone down. No, what's going on? But them people that's in them courtrooms, man, for real, don't be false accusations. Y'all don't even know what to be going on for real. Y'all really be trying to play inspect the gadget and all this. Y'all just be weird, as that's what I be talking about, man. Like, first y'all THRE the jams rumors out there now. Y'all talking about fun snitch gang, a snitch on what y'all don't even really know what's going on for real, my kids. Y'all really just be running, and that's why I don't participate, and nothing that got to do with nothing illegal, cuz you mother y'all be trying to get them put under the jails. But then the feds would bring inside of the courtroom evidence that has literally zero defense to it, a phone call from Lil Durk himself letting everyone know that he's standing strong and he's not going into protective custody, which he is not allowed to use jail phones to do. This call is from a federal prison. Say what I said, I know you. If you need anything, you know I got you. Appreciate that count. Yeah, I know how that be. Bro, it don't matter, bro. We ain't never moved our money except for that first time. Once it was that. Once it was like, then it was everything was his. Yeah, what P comp, like, man, you man, send me upstairs, whatever it is. I got sure this is when Durk's lawyers would give the third reason why he should be released, being straight up honest with the judge. Everything is a conspiracy against Lil Durk. There's nothing hard-hitting evidence against him that he was related with Lil Pab, as even a lawyer online would say, and I quote, I'm hesitant to say they have a slam dunk case on Durk Banks. I think they have a long way to go to prove the conspiracy against them. When it comes to him, Durk Banks, so far I've seen one text that says don't have them associate my name with any kind of flights that they're taking. Certainly that's not a good text, but is that the only text? Because that doesn't, that in itself doesn't stand on its own. Certainly it's circumstantial, but like I said, we have to wait and see what other evidence they have. If they have a snitch, if they have videotapes or audio tapes of him saying something, I think that's a lot different than, hey, just make sure you don't associate my name with these guys. So I'm hesitant to say that they have, a slam dunk case on Durk Banks. That exact same lawyer would then also give what Lil Durk's release stat could be, so it all depends on the hunger of the US attorney, and the USA that's involved, and if they want this individual badly enough, they'll make very attractive deals for these individuals. What does a very attractive deal look like? I think they go for the lowest hanging fruit. Whoever you know didn't. Actually, the guy you know, maybe someone that was involved that didn't actually, or someone that, but it didn't hit, their DNA have forensics, so they'll take whoever is the least culpable, and I think that they'll approach him and make a deal with him. With that'll be the most attractive, and if that guy doesn't make a deal, then move on to the next guy. So usually that's what happens, right? You go for the lowest hanging fruit first, the guy that you think will flip the guy that didn't really have that much involvement. And I think what also is interesting with the indictment is it wasn't just money. They're like, oh, it could have been money, or it could have been career advancement. In legal cases, particularly those involving multiple individuals, authorities often aim for the lowest hanging fruit first. This means they target individuals who are the least culpable or the least involved, but who may have useful information that could lead to bigger convictions. When investigators build a case, they rely on forensics and evidence to determine who played what role. However, not everyone involved carries the same level of guilt. Some may have only played a minor role or may not have been directly responsible for the crime. These individuals become the primary targets for deals. Prosecutors will approach them first, offering a plea bargain in exchange for testimony or cooperation. If the first person refuses to cooperate, they move on to the next likely candidate. This strategy works because those who are less involved are often more willing to cooperate to reduce their own punishment. The more serious offenders, the masterminds, or those who directly committed the crime, are less likely to be offered deals. The goal of the prosecution is to build a strong case by securing witnesses and evidence against those who had the most to gain or were the most involved. An interesting aspect of this process is that motives are not always straightforward. While money is often assumed to be the primary motive, legal indictments sometimes suggest other possibilities. For instance, some individuals might be involved for career advancement rather than financial gain. They may see their participation as a way to climb the ranks or gain favor with powerful figures. This makes investigations more complex, as authorities must consider various reasons behind a person's involvement. In such cases, proving intent becomes crucial. If someone engaged in wrongdoing for financial gain, there is usually a paper trail, such as bank transfers or suspicious financial activity. However, if the motive was career advancement, it might not be as easy to trace. Instead, investigators look for patterns, communications, and relationships that suggest someone participated with the expectation of personal benefit, even if it was not monetary. The legal system's reliance on deals and cooperation makes the strategy of targeting the least culpable individuals highly effective. Once a few individuals flip and provide key evidence, it strengthens the case against the main suspects. This approach also puts pressure on those at the top, making it harder for them to escape accountability. In high-profile cases, these deals and testimonies can change the entire course of an investigation. Prosecutors use the leverage of potential sentencing reductions to ensure that even those who initially resist cooperating eventually see the benefits of coming forward. This process continues until they build a solid case against those who hold the most responsibility. Ultimately, the idea of targeting the lowest hanging fruit is a strategic move designed to break down criminal networks and ensure justice. While it may seem like an easy way out for some, it is an essential method for holding those in power accountable.